He was just a normal guy who was somehow selected in the CIA. He wasn't very well trained, so making blunders was part of his missions.
All right, you got it.
Until that one day when Russian mob put the woman he loved under danger. He had two options, either to save us from nuke or to make love. But the decision that he took on that particular day will shock you. Welcome back to Paramount Recaps. I don't have many subscribers, but your single comment is a ray of hope to motivate me. The movie kicks off in a Ukrainian power plant where we meet JJ, a CIA agent and ex-special forces dude who's on one of his first big spy missions. He's trying to sneak into this shady deal between the Russian mob and a Middle Eastern terrorist named Hassan. They're trading a plutonium core that could wipe out entire cities. But JJ isn't exactly smooth. He blows his cover by asking Hassan who's going to build his weapon. Hassan immediately figures out JJ's a spy, and JJ's bosses are watching this train wreck unfold through surveillance. Realizing he's been made, JJ goes full action hero, takes down a bunch of guys including Hassan, and escapes the plant. Back at CIA headquarters in Langley, JJ gets chewed out by his boss, David Kim. Kim's pissed because JJ's mission was a bust. He killed almost everyone involved, leaving them no leads to dismantle the network. There's still another terrorist, Azar, out there with another plutonium core. Kim basically tells JJ to take a hike and sends him back home, where JJ lives alone with his pet fish named Blueberry. Meanwhile, over in Chicago, we meet Sophie, a smart 9-year-old girl who just moved from France with her mom, Kate. Sophie's struggling to fit in and make friends. On her bus ride to school, some mean girls snap a pic of her because she accidentally has jam smeared on her face. Back at the CIA, Kim briefs the agents about Victor Marquez, a French arms dealer working with Hassan. Victor's got his hands on some old Soviet plans for a nuke. Turns out, Victor's brother David tried to stop him, but ended up getting killed for his troubles. The agency's plan is to nail Victor before he teams up with Azar to build a nuke. Kim assigns another agent, Christina, to the cooler missions and pairs JJ up with tech expert Bobby. Their job: keep an eye on Kate and Sophie, since they're David's family, and be ready in case Victor tries to contact them. Bobby's totally stoked to be working with JJ, who's kind of a legend, but JJ thinks this assignment is beneath him. JJ and Bobby set up shop in a crappy apartment in the same building as Kate and Sophie. They install cameras in Kate's place, but their cover's almost blown when the family dog, Aya, spots JJ. Funny enough, Aya actually takes a liking to JJ. Later, when Kate gets home, she has to let Sophie down by canceling their ice skating plans because she picked up an extra shift at the hospital. Kate tries asking their neighbors, Carlos and Todd, to take Sophie skating, but they're busy. While JJ and Bobby are spying on Kate and Sophie, the clever little girl discovers one of the poorly hidden cameras JJ planted. She traces the camera back to their apartment and catches them red-handed, filming everything. JJ tries to play it cool, but Sophie threatens to expose them unless JJ does her a favor. She wants him to take her ice skating. JJ, not having much of a choice, agrees. At the rink, JJ proves he's no figure skater, stumbling all over the place. Sophie tries to chat up some girls from school, but they give her the cold shoulder, and some boys start teasing her. JJ, being the protective type, trips the boys, which gets both him and Sophie kicked out of the rink. To make it up to her, he buys her some ice cream. When they get back home, Kate is freaking out because Sophie didn't tell her where she was going. She meets JJ, and, thinking he's some creep, kicks him where it hurts. Sophie quickly explains everything, and Kate apologizes to JJ. The next morning, Sophie ropes JJ into fixing a leaky pipe under the kitchen sink. JJ tries to help, but ends up spraying water all over himself and Kate. Kate's surprised to see her usually grumpy dog Aya getting along so well with JJ. Sophie then convinces them to have JJ over for dinner. Bobby thinks this is a bad idea, warning JJ that he's getting too close to the targets, but JJ doesn't listen. Sophie also talks them into letting JJ be her special friend for a school presentation where kids bring in parents or other adults to talk about their job. JJ agrees only because Sophie threatens to blow his cover if he doesn't. At the school, JJ has to follow a bunch of professionals with impressive careers. He tries to keep his job on the down low, but after hearing some kids make nasty comments about Sophie, he hints that he might be a CIA CIA agent who's seen and done some wild stuff. The kids are instantly impressed, start chatting with Sophie, and even Sophie's teacher slips JJ her number. Sophie makes him tear up the number because she's secretly hoping JJ and her mom will get together. Sophie starts asking JJ about spy stuff, wanting to learn the tricks of the trade. JJ's reluctant at first, but Sophie plays to his ego, suggesting she'll just ask Bobby instead. That does the trick. JJ starts teaching her how to beat a lie detector test, talk her way into strangers' apartments, and surprise attack people in a fight. And that's how JJ, a tough CIA agent, ends up bonding with a 9-year-old girl. Bobby is feeling a bit left out since JJ didn't show her any cool spy stuff, but instead gave Sophie all the attention. Meanwhile, Victor meets up with this shady lawyer named Cole, trying to dig up where David hid some important plans. Cole hints that David left them with his best friend, and Victor immediately knows what's up. But instead of a thank you, Victor ends the conversation by stabbing Cole. Back with Sophie, she ropes JJ into rushing to her school to check out her art show entry. JJ tries to be nice and compliments Sophie's work, but then messes up by trashing another kid's drawing right in front of the kid and her parents. Of course, the little girl runs off crying. Awkward. JJ, Kate, and Sophie walk home together, and JJ opens up to Kate about how he's been alone for so long that he's forgotten how to be around people. But things go south when JJ places an injured pigeon on a higher spot, only to watch in horror as a hawk swoops in and snatches it. Not exactly the kind of bonding moment he was hoping for. Kate, despite everything, invites JJ out to dinner, and he accepts. Sophie overhears and gets all excited, but when she asks JJ to dance, he busts out some moves that are so embarrassing. She begs him not to show them to her mom. Come date night, Carlos and Todd, who live nearby, catch JJ before he heads out and give him a quick makeover. Sophie and Bobby decide to keep tabs on JJ from the apartment as he heads out with Kate. JJ almost spills the beans about his true job, but a song comes on, and Kate pulls him into a dance, much to the frustration of Sophie and Bobby, who are watching. Later, JJ helps Sophie with her math homework, and Kate tells him that his presence in their lives has been like a breath of fresh air. Sophie even gifts JJ a drawing of them together, which touches him. On the other side of town, Victor and Azar meet up and head to their secret location, where they're being watched by Christina, who is reporting back to Kim. The situation escalates when Victor and Azar rush into a building that suddenly explodes. The agents on the scene assume the two are dead, but it turns out Victor made it out with his henchmen. Following this botched mission, Kim drags JJ and Bobby back to Langley and promptly fires them after learning JJ got too close to Kate and Sophie. JJ parts ways with Bobby and then has to face Kate, who is furious not just at JJ, but also at Sophie for knowing the whole time. Depressed, JJ stays holed up in his apartment, drowning his sorrows in junk food. Sophie sneaks in, pretending she's just walking Aya, the dog, and tearfully says goodbye, thinking they'll never see each other again. But JJ promises he won't forget her. As Bobby is wrapping up, ready to shut everything down, she suddenly spots Victor and his goons breaking into Kate and Sophie's apartment. They're holding them hostage, having figured out that David's best friend was actually the dog, Aya, and sure enough, the schematics are hidden in the dog's collar. Just then, Carlos and Todd burst in, taking out a few henchmen, but reveal they're actually independent contractors after the same schematics. Bobby rushes in to help, armed with a gun, but it accidentally goes off, sending a shot through the apartment. This gives Victor the chance to grab the schematics and Sophie before making a run for it. JJ chases after them, with Kate not far behind in her car. The chase leads them to an airfield where Victor is trying to make his escape. JJ manages to block the runway with a truck, forcing Victor's plane to stop. A fight breaks out between JJ and Victor, with Sophie trying to free herself. In the chaos, Sophie accidentally hits the plane's controls, causing it to roll toward the edge of a cliff. JJ frees Sophie just in time, but Victor isn't done yet. He demands the schematics, and Sophie hands over the box, but Victor still plans to kill them. That is until Kate sneaks up and knocks him out. Victor, caught in the plane's drag, is pulled off the cliff to his death. With the crisis over, JJ retrieves the schematics, and both he and Bobby are reinstated by the CIA. But JJ tells Kim that he wants to stay in Chicago with Bobby as his partner. They resume their lives with Kate and Sophie, even going ice skating with Sophie's friends. JJ, ever the show-off, continues to flaunt his dance moves. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below with your suggestions for future videos, any questions you have, or just to say hi. Your feedback is super important to us and helps us create better content for you. Also, feel free to share this video with your friends, family, and on social media. It really makes a big difference and helps our community grow. You can follow us on Insert your social media handles for more updates and behind-the-scenes content. Thanks again for your support, and we'll see you in the next video.